Hello, everyone, and welcome to the post week one video for Fantasy Football IRL. I am McKay. Along with me is my talented co host, Osborne.
How's it going, everybody?
So, without further ado, let's break right into this week's FFIR game recap. As you can see with what you have in front of you, I played Mr. Poorman, and I lost. I lost pretty bad. It's a 3 point difference. I'm not upset about it. It's fine. Uh, he had a great game. Fournette looking good is definitely great for him. He has some very solid pieces, and Hopkins, who's doing well with the new quarterback situation. Uh, Watson's playing. Tate looked good. Cam, we'll see. Tebow looked great. And I had some things going too, but unfortunately, Baldwin not panning out. Cooks wasn't stellar. Brandon Marshall was garbage. So you take what you can get.
Can I interject here?
Yeah, sure. What you got?
Cooks was stellar.
He was the best Patriot, but
Yeah,
unfortunately this weekend that was not good enough.
maybe not, but I mean, he had the pass interference in the end zone.
Mhm.
Um, that's a big one. You talk about an extra 15 yards and a touchdown, you win the game.
Right, right. So for our record picking purposes, Osborne picked that game, so he is currently one up on me on this week. So let's move on to the next one.
All right, I've got this one. It's the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it looks like the Oakland Raiders did pull off the win here. I think you and I were both pretty high on the Raiders in this game. Surprisingly, Russell Wilson didn't do so well, and Devontae Freeman didn't do so well. I'm not gonna lose faith in him yet, but I expected a lot more from him. Um, Todd Gurley, interesting day. You know, he got a lot of opportunity. The passing game looked really good. Todd Gurley could be with his what he had like something like 2 yards per carry was really bad, but he could be really good this year just because Goff might pan out. Um, and there's something that you can work with there because you really are going to see an uptick in Freeman. You should see an uptick in Martavis Bryant by the end of the year. So good stuff there. On the Kansas City Chiefs side, it's not all gloom and doom. Um, you had Philip Rivers really passing the ball well against the Denver Broncos, and that's really a good sign for things to come. If you can move the ball like that through the air with the touchdowns and whatnot against the Broncos, you should do well against some of the weaker teams you're going to face this year. After that, Keenan Allen is probably the next most impressive. He actually was open a couple times, and Rivers just didn't hit him, and the game plan really didn't go his way. So I think you're going to see him do better going forward. I think I think this is going to be an interesting year though for the Chiefs. Jay Ajayi will be back. That really hurt you to have him out. And Marlon Mack might step in and take the role from Frank Gore at starting for the Indianapolis Colts. But we'll talk about the Colts later.
All right.
So, yep, that's
Moving.
everything I got for this game.
So again, Osborne gets the point here. He picked the Raiders, so now he's two up on me by two for this week. So I'm probably gonna lose. So speaking of losers, uh, the Indianapolis Colts beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Uh,
Ouch.
Cook, you didn't have a great week, but you had a good enough week. And in fantasy football, that's really all that matters. Stephon Diggs came in hot Monday night. Osborne probably
Whew.
went to bed, said, I got this one in the bag, but Diggs just ripped him off. Uh, Big night for Diggs, big night for the Vikings. They look great. As far as the teams go, I it was a down week for the NFL. I mean, they were talking about the production that came out week one compared to week one last year, and I think it was I want to say like 40 something passing touchdowns last year, like 30 something this year. Same goes for rushing touchdowns. Same goes for yards all around. It's just a bad week. People look bad.
Yeah,
But
that won't stand.
yeah, yeah. People will get better. They'll get into the groove of things. It's weird that it happens. It's normally not this bad. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. Obviously, the Mike Evans thing hurt Cook, but he was able to overcome it. Mike Gillislee, who could have saw 3 touchdowns in 45 yards? It's crazy.
Yep.
So on off-board side, unfortunately, Gronkowski, I think he had one called back, right?
No, yeah, he dropped one.
He dropped one. Okay.
Yeah, 20-yard touchdown pass. That diving catch. He just dropped it.
Yeah, Demarius Thomas is a little down, Hogan down. It was just an off week for the Patriots, and of course that's going to hurt the number one Patriots fan.
It
So
is. Anyways, DJ down for the
DJ
year.
down for half the year.
You think it's half the year?
Yeah, they said it's 6 to 8 weeks.
The Cardinals are coming out saying they hope they get him sometime in December at the earliest.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I hope you're right. You and I have been talking offline, and you know that I am more than pessimistic at this point with the Johnson injury about how I'm going to figure out a way to find a running back for my team. So I hope you're right. I really do. Speaking of which, Matt Ryan's on sale. Need a running back too.
Matt Ryan. What quarterback do you have? Andy Dalton had 4 interceptions last week, right?
What are you gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna start the worst quarterback the guy who had the worst quarterback performance of all time, and just go with it. But I don't think Andy Dalton's on my team anymore, so there's that.
He shouldn't be after that.
I actually don't have another quarterback on my team. I will pick whatever trash is available on the waiver wire up and start them.
There you go.
So, it is a sale at my place. Hit me up.
Like Cook, you had a little bit of a snafu in the starting department. You started Hogan over Hill. I don't see that one. I don't see that paying off for you.
This was why. Why.
You gotta get that out of your system, I guess.
Oh, it took 1 week. It's not happening in the rest of the season.
that was your win right there.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah, but I mean, if he had started Gillislee, then it wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't have caught up. I don't think the 1 point.
I'm gonna pass it on to you and your review of this game.
All right, so we're going on to the Titans and Texans. The Titans put up a good game, 101 points. I think they would have beaten all but one other team this week. So really good showing, which is interesting because I think I had said the Titans were probably the worst team in the entire league going into the season, and look what they did. They had a great week. Unfortunately, they faced Kemner, who had the best week of anybody. Everyone on his team except for Decker just had a solid game. The Rams defense really, 28 points. That makes a big difference. It really does a lot for you. The Ezekiel Elliott news is huge for him now and through the rest of the season. And if you guys go ahead and look down there on the bench, he has Tariq Cohen. What would have been the number one waiver wire pickup is just sitting there. So that flex spot is not going to put up 2.5 points the rest of the season. So, Kemner went from in jeopardy to probably the best team in the league with the Ezekiel Elliott news and potentially the Cohen breakout season. So good things for him. He's set up nicely. He could probably stream kickers and defenses the whole way and be just fine. The Titans, I think you'd probably have to be thrilled to see Ty Montgomery be as effective as he was, get as much usage as he did. Probably worried about Des Bryant because he's going to see the same kind of cornerback quality throughout the year, so he's probably going to be putting up less than stellar numbers all year. A lot of red zone looks, it just didn't work out. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. He's going to have to find places to put up points, with the Eifert putting up 1, Bryant put up 5. But if you put up 100 points all year, you're going to be just fine. So, no, nothing really negative to say about these teams.
Yeah, so at this point, you're up on me 3-1 because you picked the winner here. So I have to win out to tie it. Okay. I wanted to say real quick, Odell Beckham. It's unfortunate. I don't know if we knew that he was hurt around when we drafted, but I don't think it's going to affect him next week. I think like the Miami and Tampa Bay players, he should be back.
Today they announced there's a good chance he does not play this week.
Really?
Yeah. I saw it on Reddit, so that's who knows? That's Reddit. That's not the Giants.
But. Yeah. Reddit can be good, can be bad.
Yep. We'll get to Reddit later.
Also, Kimmer, you were the highest scoring team, so I'll be getting in touch with you to make sure you received your. Was I on the wrong game that whole time?
Were you? No, you're good.
Okay. I clicked it from the other tab. Okay, we're good. Let's continue.
Yep.
Game 5, I picked a winner. I picked my boy Pip over Adam Gotts. So let's break on into it. He started Kareem Hunt, and that really was all he had to do. Kareem Hunt put up a monster game, probably one of the largest performances there's going to be all year in Week 1. Unless he can one up himself. I don't know. It's crazy. How excited does he have to be that he has Dalvin Cook in the third and Kareem Hunt in the fourth,
Fifth?
fifth? Something crazy because his team is looking great moving forward. Tom Brady, I don't know about that pick. You have Julio, you have Amari Cooper. I could definitely see. I could definitely see this team going far. As far as comparing it to Kimner's team, I'm not so sure. I think that's definitely close. Luckily, they are in different divisions, so they only have to play once this year. But
Yeah.
I think that could be a possible Super Bowl matchup whenever it does happen.
Yeah, they're definitely the strongest two teams so far.
It does appear that way. On the bench, you have Terrence West and Jason Witten. Jason Witten saw a ton of targets. I don't know if if um, the New York Giants corners just shut down the wide receivers or what, but he got a lot of looks from Dak, so you got to like that. As far as Gonz's team goes, you got to be worried about Jordan Howard. They said he's a little bumped up. I don't think he's bad. I think good pick on Randall Cobb. He definitely put up a lot of yards. Outside of that, that's about all I gotta say. Oh, Danny Woodhead, that sucks.
Yeah, he got Javarius Allen off the waiver wire, so hopefully for him that'll replace Woodhead's production now that Woodhead's going to the IR for the year.
Right. So with this game, you had the final pick. You picked your old roommate Henshaw. So this week you take home the 1-0. So,
Nice. I get $10 this week, right?
no, that's not how it works.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd try. Got to find it where I can get it. Looking at this game, it's gonna be interesting. Allen Robinson really sucks for the Giants. Out for the year. 1 catch, 17 yards. Team played well. I think Robinson would have been poised for a good year if he hadn't been, blown out right there at the start. Matt Stafford had a great day with the comeback. Good win against Arizona. He's going to face weaker defenses throughout the year, so he could potentially be putting up those kind of numbers all year, living up to that contract hype. Melvin Gordon benefited from the fact that the coach just wanted to run him again. I think that's probably what cost the Chargers the game. And so it's possible you could see that change, but it's definitely a good sign going forward that the coach wants to commit to the run. You're not all doom and gloom though. You got Thielen sitting on the bench. He showed a lot, and he's gonna be able to fill in for Robinson fairly nicely. And you got Michael Thomas still, who had a down day, but the wide receivers didn't really do so great for the Saints against Minnesota. So I think you'll be fine going against teams once you get past New England this week. New England's going to be a tough matchup. They did a really good job with the cornerback position this last week. I think they had 1 missed coverage, and outside of that, they shut down the receivers for Kansas City, no problem. So going forward, good team. Shameless. The Philadelphia Eagles, you've got Big Ben, who had a rough day, I think, in general, and he still put up 15 points. So that could be good. Lamar Miller, that's going to be concerning going forward. Houston didn't like what they saw out of him as much as what they saw out of Devontae, or however you say Foreman's first name, Donta Foreman. And they've already said they're going to give a lot more carries to Foreman. So you could see a drop in production from Miller. Antonio Brown, though, holy shit. He was catching everything. He was a monster. He might end up being worthy of potentially the number 1 pick by the end of the year, the way he played. So that's going to do well for you. And then outside of that, average. Good day from Gano. Okay day from Crowell. But yeah, we said at the beginning, you're a safe team. You got those 10 points you want from your running backs. Antonio Brown's going to carry you. So it's a good team overall. Not bad. Anything there from McKay?
Fogarty, Melvin Gordon looked good. I know you're going to be happy about that. It's unfortunate about Allen Robinson and the Saints not doing so well, but I think you got a good team going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think Hinshaw does as well. It's crazy that Cleveland was able to keep it competitive, even with Brown looking his best. I guess they did well handling Bell. I don't know if he's just playing bad or what, but that's good for him. Good for
Yeah, I
the
watched a
Browns.
lot of that game, and Bell looked like the rust of not being a part of camp really caught up to him.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's the problem with contract holdouts. All right.
yeah.
So before we break into next week games, I wanted to take a second, just look at the standings. Right now, I'm sort of by points four, and you can see I'm fifth. Although I did lose, I played this guy right here. It was very close. As far as look at this, look at the Colts being down here in 10th and scoring and beating the Jaguars. Can't draw it up any better than that.
Nope.
And then of course the Titans losing to the top scoring team. That's a tough blow. You know, you put up a great week, um, so it is what it is. As far as divisions go, it was a divisional week, so we're gonna have four equally split divisions. We'll see how it goes going forward.
Yep. It's gonna be interesting. I think the Chiefs and I have a long ways to go. It's gonna be a process this year.
Definitely, definitely.
Yep. Yep. Before we go into the predictions for next week, do you want to go over a couple of the things around the league that are going on? Josh Gordon was announced as someone who's coming back.
Oh
He's
yeah.
already on Fogarty's team. Yep. Did not take Fogarty long at all to add him. There were some interesting things on the waiver, the waiver wire. It was interesting to see the year, the transactions and how much people wanted players, I guess. I don't know if you want to go into that at all, but overall, I thought it was pretty chalk for who got added. I don't know if I would have gone as big. I mean, Cooper Kupp went for $21. Javarius Allen went for 16. The Ravens went for 15. $15 on the Ravens defense is surprising.
In our league?
In our league, I'm looking at it right now.
I did not see that.
Kenny Galladay went for $15. I had Chris Johnson as a desperation at 7 because I had, and I don't know what happened. I had him at 7 and Kerwin Williams at 7. I had him equal, and I didn't get Williams, but I got Johnson. And then it doesn't look like Williams went until. Oh, he went for 60 to Gehringer. That's why I didn't get him. Got it. Okay. And Shy went 31 for Jesse James. So I think Gehringer, you're going a little bit heavy on Kerwin Williams. I think it's going to be an RBBC, and you're not going to see the production you want of that. I hope I'm right, because I'll kick myself if you get David Johnson production out of that guy. But
where are you seeing all this at?
Okay, so if you go to League, just so everyone knows, so you go to League and you go to Transactions, right? You can hit Ads.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could scroll down to the bottom. You'll see the first page down at the bottom there. You'll see the points that are there. Those points, for some reason, NFL doesn't call it dollars. I don't know if they try to avoid gambling or something, but points is what we work with in the NFL. So, smart pickup from Dalton to get the Raiders for 0. I liked my Austin Hooper pickup for 0. Odd to me that Kemner spent money on a kicker.
Well, it is something you learn moving forward. I will say it's very competitive. A lot of people that I find that are available in some of my other leagues are not available in this league. It's tight. It's tight. So, make
this is the toughest league I'm in by far.
Yeah. So that being said, let's move forward. We're at 19 minutes, so we'll breeze through these predictions for next week.
Yep.
Of course, I'll be taking myself.
Okay.
In this game. And I'll break this down.
I don't think it's too hard for me to defend the Giants here. I'll let you take care of yourself once you write it down. But I think Stafford really showed a lot there. Melvin Gordon got a ton of carries. He's going to go into Miami, who's probably a little bit in a funk just coming out of that weird week 1, dealing with the storms. Thielen against Pittsburgh is going to be good. If the Browns can play well there, then I don't think that the Minnesota Vikings are going to have a problem. Bilal Powell in Oakland is going to be a struggle. They really showed a lot in Oakland with run defense. Reed into the Rams is going to be hard. Rams are pretty on point. And then he doesn't have a bench right now. So this is his starting lineup. So I think it's going to have to come down to Lynch running against a JV team in the Jets, Gordon running against Miami, and Thielen against Pittsburgh. That's going to be the meat of his points going into week 2. And I think that can handle you and your team going forward pretty easily.
Yeah, there's no way. I'm going to swiggity slooty. I'm coming for that Djibouti.
Yeah. How long you been working on that one?
Oh, Jesus. I just thought it up.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, the Seahawks, I think they're going to bounce back. Doug Baldwin, maybe a bigger week. Brandon Marshall, I'm not so sure he's going to be in my flex. We'll see from the start. Mike Williams is actually, people are saying he's getting better. He's only listed as questionable this week. How crazy is that? So
nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Future of my team. All right, so I'm taking me. Let's move on to the Redskins and the Chargers.
Okay.
Two of the better teams in the league.
I know who I like here, but I'll let you go ahead and take your pick because I think this could be a toss up.
You know what? I'm gonna take the guy in my division.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Mr. Poorman.
Well, Hopkins is kicking right now for your team, so you might take an early lead.
I see that. We're posting a little late.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say Poorman.
Okay. Any reason in particular? Anyone standing out to you that you think is going to carry the day for him?
Yeah, I think Bell had a down week, but having Bell, Fournette, I think Tate's looking good. Hopkins is, we'll see how he does tonight, but I think he's definitely got a chance. Washington, I don't think their defense is spectacular. I don't know. He is going to have that loudmouth on him. I forget what his name is. Eddie Lacy. I don't know why he's
Josh
still.
Norman.
Josh Norman.
Yes.
I don't know why Eddie Lacy's still on your bench. You can drop him. It's done.
Mm-hmm. It was a good career. See you later, Eddie Lacy. All that's great. The Redskins are winning though. Tom Brady against the New Orleans defense, if you can call him a defense. Terrence West against Cleveland shouldn't be an issue. Kareem Hunt against Philadelphia. I'm sure. Okay, good job not doing what I did last week, Pippin. Way to start your stud against your own team. Smart man. Julio Jones against Green Bay. Cooper against the Jets JV team. I mean, this is just great matchups all the way down the board. It's going to be a slaughter. Give me the Redskins with confidence.
What do you think about putting in Terrence West over Dalvin Cook?
Isaiah Crowell put up 9 points. I think Cook's floor is 9 points. The Baltimore Ravens have to. I think it's not a question of Terrence West over Dalvin Cook. It's a question of Rodgers being in there against Chicago. I would be starting West, Hunt, and Cook.
So you would not be playing Jaquiz?
I would not be playing Jaquiz this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds fair.
So, but he won last week and I didn't. So maybe I should be watching him on his podcasts.
Maybe so. Who you got for this one?
Oh, you want me to take this one here? I'll take the lead off. All right. I think Cook takes it with the Colts.
Cook with the Colts.
Yeah, Pittsburgh really couldn't defend wide receivers. Hayden looked terrible. I think Diggs is going to feast again. Gillisley's probably going to get a lot of opportunities around the goal line again because New Orleans showed they're very porous giving.
They're not going to be near the goal line. If they score, it's going to be from 50 yards out.
You have some fast guys in the defensive backfield. They might be catching our receivers. We got a lot of white guys out there that aren't outrunning your safeties.
Garbage at every defensive position.
He's got Evans in Chicago against Chicago. Maybe Cousins has just an absolute awful day again and gets shut down by LA, and that makes a difference. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the Colts.
All right, sounds good. I'll take the Chiefs. Kerwin Williams. We'll see if he's the guy. I know they picked up Chris Johnson, right?
Yeah, they did. But Kerwin Williams is the guy this week. They said that outright, and that Johnson won't be even looking at the starting position until next week.
So old Sherwin Williams needs to prove himself this week. That way he can keep that position, and I'm sure that'll work out in your favor. Jay Ajayi, A.J. Green, Keenan Allen, all solid names. Jack Doyle, why is he still on your team? Kelvin Benjamin looking good. And, I don't know what to tell you. With the Carson pick, I know it's rough. And playing the San Francisco run D. It's I don't know. It's a pretty good prospect, but I think he's someone to keep an eye on. People are saying he's the best running back in the Seahawks backfield right now. So we'll see how that pays off working in the future.
Yeah, it might work out. We'll see.
He's got Mixon. He's got things that could happen in the future.
Did you see that it came out today that Mixon's not getting any more touches? Like, they're just not going to give him the ball this year.
Really?
Reddit. Get on Reddit today, man. It was a lot of hot takes today.
I gotta stop doing so much work.
Yeah, lunch breaks are really nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Not working.
Now, as far as this game goes, obviously you're going to take yourself, so I'll just take those Raiders.
Hold up. Whoa, no. I'm taking the Raiders.
No,
Fuck
no,
that.
no,
I'm not taking my team. Are you kidding me?
I took myself. You're taking yourself.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's the rule.
Chalk that as a loss. Got it. Okay. Whew. Bummer. If anyone else is betting out there, go ahead and take the Raiders. That's a smart move.
I'll let you go ahead and talk about how you're going to do so well this week. Well, what does Osborne have to do to win the game?
All right. To win the game, Rob Gronkowski has to go off. That's it. I think the Patriots game decides it because Crowder didn't look good. I think the New Orleans defense did poor enough that there's a chance Hogan blows up because my running backs are going to put up a combined 12 points. Yeah, combined 12 points for my running backs this week. So I'm looking at needing a miracle. So I'm going to bank on the Patriots again this week and hope that Gronk and Hogan put up something like a combined 45 points. But we'll see. Bernard already has that 1.1 point today. Let's go, Bernard. But yeah, that's what it's going to take. I think it's just going to take maybe a lot of passes to Freeman so that any point Freeman gets, I get a little bit of that for Ryan too. I don't know. It's not going to be good.
All right. Hey, Kavanaugh!
Kavanaugh, McKay says hi.
Hey, McKay.
He says he wants to suck your dick.
Oh, God. That's not appropriate for a YouTube video. All right. Russell Wilson is going to have a better week. San Francisco is pretty weak D, so I think they'll do well. Freeman, Gurley, Fitzgerald, Pryor, all great names. Kelsey, I'm surprised he had a down week. I think this is going to be pretty easy for my old buddy Dalton.
Can't disagree with you.
Got some pieces on the bench there. You're not going to need them. Don't even start.
He might. Oh, you're not. Oh, it's that bad? Yeah, it's that bad. It's that bad.
All right. I guess if I had to pick one, I gave you the last pick, so I'll just take one here.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Texans.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'll defend Gauntz again this week. I can find it in my soul to do it once again.
All right. Well, why don't you start off defending him?
Hey, the Bucks are back. Don't worry, Gauntz. Your season's not over. Week 1's out of the way. They play 16 straight games. You're gonna be all right. Aaron Rodgers is gonna step it up against Atlanta. The Ravens are gonna kill it against Cleveland. Yes, and Cobb. Cobb will do good. There you go. You got those three guys. A lot of confidence in this one. I'm putting it all on the line here. Cowboys are going to win. By 6 points.
All right. I'm going to go with the Texans. Most points last week. Maybe again this week. I mean, you're projected for 102, and I could easily see any of these guys having much bigger games than what they're listed for. Charles Clay, good pickup. I think he's a solid tight end moving forward. Fun fact, he's had a touchdown in each of his last 5 games.
That is fun. Not for his opponents, though.
Nope. So, yeah, I think all around pretty solid. Let me look at the bench. Tariq Cohen. I would say you start him, but actually I'd probably play it safe. Give it another week. Maybe that develops into something big. We'll see. All right. Last pick. I'll let you pick it first, buddy.
All right. I might see that Lamar Miller's doing nothing today. That might be the case, but I'm taking my boy Henshaw. Until he lets me down, I'm sticking with him.
Henny Bobini.
Gonna stick with him. Antonio Brown against Minnesota. That's a tough one. Xavier Rhodes, great Florida State standout cornerback. Gonna do a good job against Antonio Brown. That's tough. But you got Devonta Adams against Atlanta. Actually, your matchups suck, dude. Crowell could have a bounce back week. Buffalo's not trying, so Greg Olsen could have a big week, but you need a quarterback to hit him. I'm a little nervous about the Falcons into Green Bay. I think you might want to try and fix that problem. Tevin Coleman, I think, could be having a good day. I think those change of pace backs into the Green Bay defense could really work out well for Atlanta. So it'll be interesting to see who you go with. I think I'd probably go Coleman over Sterling Shepard. And overall, I think you have a better team than the Titans. So I expect you to win this week. Tough matchups, but I think you got a good shot here.
Shy, I know things didn't go so great for you prior to week 1, but you're coming off a victory. You're hot. Oh no, you lost. My bad. You're not hot. I had a temporary lapse there. Don't worry about it. But you do have Alex Smith now. I saw you pick him up. I think Hyde Montgomery did well last week, and I think Montgomery is going to look very good going forward. He was on the field like the entire time. Des Bryant has got to do better than last weekend, right? I don't know. It's Denver. That's a rough matchup. Corey Coleman against Baltimore. I don't know. Kaiser seemed fine, right?
He did, and it was week 1, so he should improve. I'd be confident that the Browns will do well this year.
Right.
For the Browns, don't confuse that with doing well for a normal team.
Right.
Playoffs aren't enough.
But it's not going to matter because I'm going to say that Beckham plays, so I'm going to say that he's over Corey Coleman, and that you take this one in a sweeper. So yeah. Being that as it is, we're at 32 minutes. Osborne, do you have anything you want to throw on here at the end?
No, I think we covered it. I will say I think we threw this one together. Last minute games going on right now for Houston. Hopefully we'll do a better job next week, being prepared, do a little better job breaking down the games.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2.
Has it been fun?
It's been great.
Good. I'm gonna get it for the PC. I'm excited for it. But yeah, I think we'll be able to put some out a little bit more projection based next week after we get a couple weeks and see what the teams look like. And I'm looking forward to week 2. Hopefully, all of us 0-1 guys can get a win this week.
Yeah, it'd be nice. You like to see some parity, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys.
Say that because.
Until next time, it's been fun, and we will see you in week 2.